Good morning. How, as a species, will we stand up, grow up, and get rid of the things that oppress us? So, this past weekend, there was a celebration in Boston. I wish I had been there to see it, of Paul Revere's Midnight Ride. And so we continue to revere Revere and his revolutionary spirit, especially needed during this time in this country. And as part of it, there was a light show at night, and it made me chuckle because in my Lamplighter trilogy, in the third novel, which is set about 60, 70 years in the future, there's a commemoration in Boston, not of Paul Revere's Midnight Ride, but of the Tea Party, the Boston Tea Party. And there's a bit of a twist to it, and it ends up becoming a worldwide series of celebrations that are designed to roll back authoritarianism. When I was first working on my Lamplighter trilogy, the first novel, Soul Mapper, and by the way, the novels are Soul Mapper, Heartlander, and Lamplighter. So I published Soul Mapper independently in 2023, and even then I was wrestling with the question of what would it actually look like for human beings to grow up, to actually act like full psychological adults. And who are the exemplary people who can show us how to do this? Not necessarily heroes. Heroes are dangerous. I teach mythology, and when I look at the heroes in different stories, different myths, different pieces of folklore and folk tales and all that, I always point out to my students, I'm teaching a graduate class in applied mythology right now, how in other cultures that aren't so stuck to the hero figure like we are in the States, that there's a recognition that heroes aren't always the best people to have around. They are necessary. You know, they do occupy an important place. But what's interesting to me, and what shows up a lot in my books and my story collections, is the whole question of what happens when ordinary non-heroic people are called into action and called to move beyond who they thought they were. So that's what my fiction, like my life, like my work, tends to focus on. How will we come of age as a species? How will we create a just world of belonging and fulfillment? I don't think it's impossible. I think it's waiting up there in the future for us to actually do it. How will we lamplight it into being? And speaking of lamplighting, more soon on that. Thanks.